right, good morning, good morning. It's the Pastor Lord Morning Show. We up. I'm just glad to be here, glad to be able to see another day and see my family, see you guys. So I just want us to all to be able to start off the day on the right foot. Who we got in the chat? Go ahead and let me know that you are here. Let me pull my screen over just a little bit so that I can see you guys. Thank God for you and for supporting this channel. Today we're talking about a topic about being able to face your issues, your problems, and letting you know that our problems are not for us to run from, because they're gonna catch you 100 times out of 100. The best thing for us to do is to be able to face those issues and get it to the point where the weight of those issues don't affect you anymore. I don't know what your particular issue is, but each one of us have those things, and so we want to talk about that today. Don't run, don't run from the show, don't run from your issues. Today we're going to talk about it. It's the Pastor Lord Morning Show. Stay tuned. Good morning. Again, I don't have a question of the day today. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Deshaun. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're in the show, if you're on the show today, give me a shout out. Let me know you're there. I don't have a question of the day. Maybe you guys have a question that you want to have us tackle this morning. It doesn't have to be from you. It can be from a friend or anybody else that may have asked you a question. So if you have a question of the day, go ahead and let me know. What's up, Jay? Thank God for having you this morning. But let's get into it. Don't run. The fact that you are you've been given certain issues that you have to deal with. You've been given certain problems that you have to deal with. I believe that those issues and those problems are specifically assigned to you, for you to have to deal with. And a lot of times we try to pray our way out of issues that were ordained for our life. Now you may say, well, why in the world would God ordain an issue? Or for those of you who don't know what ordain means, why would he specifically purpose an issue or place an issue in your way? And we're going to get into that. But let me just say this. There isn't a big fight between God and the devil, and somehow God and the devil are on equal footing, right? The devil does not have the same power when it comes to evil as God. He does not have the same power. If God decided to destroy the enemy today, he could do so. But the things that are put in your life, God does not write them. He is not the creator of the issue, but certain things he allows to be placed in our life. If you go back to Job, where he lost all of his children, lost all of his property, lost all these things, and the enemy, the devil, he meant it for bad, but God turned it around for his good. And what Job went through, being sick, being broke, losing his family, and still being able to rise out of the ashes, there's nothing worse than you can go through than that. And so he's an example for us that although I may go through some things that are rough, that seem like I'm not going to make it, I can make it. And so there isn't this big old fight between the devil and God, and God is is struggling to defeat the enemy, he uses every situation in your life to mold, to shape, to purpose you. So don't run from the issue. Don't run from the issue. And the reason why I say that, because this week I had to deal with some things in my personal life that I thought I got past. I thought I got past it. I thought that I would not have to deal with these same issues again. But yet, here we are. So, can I get to the point where I'm able to lift that weight without it weighing me down? See, I can run from it, but it's going to chase me, and then eventually it's going to catch me again, right? It's going to catch you again. But I was telling my wife, what if we get to the point where we ain't got to run from it? See, because sometimes we think that being delivered from something or overcoming something is keeping it out of your way. And so we'll say things like, you know, I got to get rid of toxic people. I got to do this. I got to do that. But there's more people around, just like the person you're trying to get rid of out of your life. There's more situations around that are just like the ones that you tried to run from. So if you run from it, you'll never be able to be able to deal with it. So here's my challenge for you. Instead of running from it, let's try to get better. Let's try to be able to face it. Good morning, Wayne. Good morning. Let's try to get to the point. Here's an example. You get into the gym, right? And you can only lift, say 45 pounds. But eventually, if you come with the right attitude and you face that 40 pounds, eventually that 40 pounds become light work to you. It's light work. So some of the issues that you're dealing with, you say, well, I'm just going to move that person out of my life. I'm just going to move that issue out of my life. I'm going to change jobs. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. But what if God has specifically placed that issue in your life just for you, just for your development? You said it was the devil, but everything that's happening in your life has been orchestrated by God. Everything, I don't care if it's good or bad, God allowed it to happen. So if he allowed it to happen, why not use it for good? Can you become stronger than that issue? So some of us have dealt with death in the family, and we're trying to figure that out, right? Some of us have drug problems, and we're trying to figure that out. Some of us have relationship problems, and we're trying to figure that out. Well, let's go back to the drug issue, right? Or let's say alcohol. Being delivered from alcohol is not, if I don't see it, I won't mess with it. Being delivered from alcohol means I can walk right past a bottle and know how to deal with the temptation. Now, I'm not telling anybody to go put yourself in a situation where you might relapse in drinking or relapse in drugs. I'm not telling you that. But I want to get to the point in my life where I'm able to lift that weight with no problem. Because the same issues that you're having today, you thought because you changed jobs, you changed residence, you changed relationships, that issue, that problem was going to go away, but it didn't. And now you're dealing with the same thing in a different address. So stop running from those issues. Let's learn how to face it. Good morning, Eric. Good morning. Because if we understand that God is orchestrating this, right? He is orchestrating. So we got to stop getting to this point where we just, we crawl up into a little corner. I can't handle this. I can't handle that. Get yourself together. Straighten your back up. Put your big boy pants on, your big girl, whatever, panties on, whatever you call it, right? And be able to pull yourself together through this issue. So understanding that means you're gonna have to deal with some things that are heavy, right? Um, and a lot of us have suffered through them, suffered through people, and you never thought, you know what? Let me have a different attitude about this, right? Let me face it in a different way. So let me give you a scripture real quick. And while I'm pulling this up, just want to remind you to go ahead and share this video if it's blessing you, so that it can bless somebody else and help somebody else. All right, so let me put this. Hopefully that'll fit in our chat. Oh, nope. Let me put half of it in there. Give me a sec. But let me know how y'all doing this morning. Let me know how y'all are doing. I'm feeling good. I didn't make it to the gym this morning, unfortunately. I was working last night late, and trying to get up sometimes can work against you. Try to get up early and hurt yourself for the rest of the day. But this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17, right? Here it is. For our light afflictions, which are for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. That's exactly what we're talking about. These light afflictions. And the funny thing is that the affliction sometimes is not even that serious, but you make it that serious. Like, it'll be something small, but you got a history with that situation. You got a history with that small thing, and you don't like it, right? I don't like it. And you go out, it's something to trigger you. All of us have our different triggers that we got to deal with, right? You don't like the situation. I'm not trying to hear that. I don't want to deal with it. And then we get really frustrated really fast. But they light afflictions. And it's a crushing process that goes on whenever you make wine. The grape has to be crushed in order for you to make wine. And some of us have been being made into wine, but we're not enjoying the crushing process. Right? You running from the crushing. When God, no, stay right here. Stay right here. Let me crush you. No. Stay right here and let me work out some things in you that can only be worked out through this problem. Good God. This problem right here is exactly what you need so that you can make it to the next level. Come on, y'all. Oh, y'all play video games. Well, at least have played, I hope, you know. But in video games, you can't get to the next level without first what? Defeating this level, right? So it'll be foolish for me to say, well, I just want to go, fight the boss, right? And not really face anybody else. I want to be able to get to the point where I can face this issue. No problem. No problem. And I want you to think about it, like, what are you dealing with? You don't have to put it in the chat, but what are you dealing with? What bothers you? What was the biggest hurdle that you had to face in your own life? Let me ask you a question. Did you run from it or did you face it? And if you had to face it today, would it throw you in some kind of emotional fit? Or would you be able to just say, that's light work. I'm used to that. I dealt with that. Right? And there's a difference. So it says that these light afflictions, they work for a exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So if you break that down, it's not only just in this lifetime that they're saying that being able to face that affliction is going to get you, not just, it won't just give you good things in this lifetime, but he said it's an eternal weight of glory. Meaning that when you pass that test, it's gonna stay on your permanent record. Passed. Right? It's ingrained in you. But we've gotten to the point now where we can easily dismiss things, easily move to the next situation. And that's why I always tell you, I'm not for every time something happens, we just run. Or every time somebody make you mad, oh no, they toxic. I'm not for that, because I need to be able to deal with toxic people if I'm going to be what I want to be. I don't know about you, but I need to be able to deal with it. And I feel like the older we get, the more we brew on it. Somebody say something wrong to you, the more we stew on it. You dreaming. I can't believe they said that. It seems like we're a little more unforgiving when we get older, right? Is that just me? Maybe that's just me. But we got to be able to get past these things and pass these tests without running from them. I am going to face what I need to face head on. I'm not going to run from it. And I encourage you this morning, don't run from it. Don't run from it. Be steadfast in what you in your convictions. Stand up for what you believe. I don't care if it's a sickness that we're dealing with or any type of issues. Stand up to it, right? Stand up to it. Don't let it beat you. You be it. Bernie Mac said, them kids ain't gonna kill me, I'm gonna kill them. That's how we gotta face this issue. Don't be the passive one in this. Attack it. Attack it. It's funny because even with this United States Russia thing, right? They're trying to invade Ukraine, and Russia is, and the United States is saying, "Well, we're going to give you sanctions if you cross that line." And it's almost like this defensive approach of waiting for them to attack. Okay, now I'll attack. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but sometimes in life you gotta learn how to attack first. I'm reading the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The first one, and I'm just on the first few pages. I just started last night. The first one they talked about was being proactive. To be an effective person is to be proactive. So I got to be ready for these situations that are coming up. I got to be ready for the circumstances that are coming up, because if I'm not, then it runs the risk of being able to destroy me, take over my life. Like, I'm not going to wait for the weeds to come up for me to put some preventative measures down to stop the weeds from growing, right? So be proactive. Those things that, those areas that you know you're weak in, go ahead and make preparations beforehand. One of the biggest things even when you're trying to lose weight, is to make sure that you're proactive. Don't have food in your refrigerator, your cabinet that you know that you're gonna be reaching for. No, go ahead and move that stuff out so that you can be proactive when you get different cravings. So we got to be very, very diligent. And I don't know what that thing is you may be thinking about as I'm talking, but it's something that you've run from that God said you might need to face it. You might need to face it, because you can move to a different state. You can go wherever you want to go. But until you deal with this and learn how to deal with this the way I want you to deal with it, you'll never get past it. You can take a break from it, but you're not going to get past it. For our light afflictions, which are for but a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. All right. I want y'all to just let me know what y'all feeling about that particular scripture. What are y'all feeling about that one? I'm going to give you a chance while I pull up another one I wanted you to show you. Go ahead and put in the chat what y'all thinking about that scripture and what we talked about so far. But it's another scripture I wanted to show you in Genesis chapter 49, verse 27. Genesis chapter 49, verse 27. I'm going to put it in the chat here, as soon as I can pull it up. Let me just read it. I can't even do it. And it says, Genesis chapter 49, verse 27, it says, in the morning he devours the prey, and in the evening he divides the plunder. Let me say that again. Morning, he devours the prey. In the evening, he divides the plunder. A lot of what we doing is just running and not getting to that place where we're ready to devour, right? You got to get to that point where, like the young people say, you're a savage when it comes to certain things, right? Devouring the morning, devouring the prey in the morning. We should wake up with this attitude that I'm getting ready to devour the day. Like, there's nothing. It looks like I'm having some connection issues. We have to figure this out. But I'm devouring the day. I'm starting off with an attitude of, I'm not going to let this situation attack me. I'm going to attack it. Right? And we got this running attitude of, no, I'm going to face it. I don't want to, and a lot of us don't like confrontation or like having to deal with those type of things. But I want to encourage you this morning to devour the day. Devour the day. Don't wait for things to attack you. You attack it. Devour the day. Don't wait for certain situations to come up and now you're getting upset, depressed. No, devour the day. Attack this day. Stop running from it. Stop running from it. Attack that illness, right? Find out what you can do. Find out what vitamins you need to take. Find out exercises you need to do. Find out where you need to go, what specialists you need to talk to. Are you praying? Are you asking God for healing? Devour the day. Finances messed up. Let's figure out how to get this money. Devour the day. Don't wait, right? We sit back and we pray. Well, faith without works is dead. After you prayed, now I got some soup on my natural, right? Now I can go out and exercise the same thing that I just prayed. Praying. You praying for a job. Okay, pray for a job, but now go fill out an application, right? So devour the day. Get up, go after it. Get up, fight for it, but don't run because it's not going to go anywhere. A lot of the reason why we have addictions and the things that we do is because we want to be able to dull the pain for a while or ignore our problems so we don't have to face them. But I'm telling you this morning, face it. Face what you have to deal with. Devour the prey in the morning, it says. And then it says in Genesis chapter 49, verse 27, in the evening divide the plunder. In the evening divide the plunder. Attack during the day. In the evening, let's divide the plunder. Meaning, you got to, once we get done attacking this day, let's sit down and enjoy the accomplishments that we've had today, right? But a lot of times we want to divide stuff we haven't conquered. Like we haven't conquered anything yet. So today, let's conquer the day. And tomorrow when we get up in the morning, let's talk about it. What do we do? What do we face? How do we get better today than we were yesterday? So that's where we at. I hope that you guys have an awesome morning. Let me know what you're thinking about this subject. Even after this video is over, go into the chat and put your own personal ideas, your own personal thoughts in there. I want us to be more interactive together, more talking together. Let me know what you are thinking. But it's the Pastor Lord Morning Show. We up. You guys have a great morning. Love you. Peace.